Yeah. Good evening, everyone, and a joyous 75th Republic Day. I am CA Shubham Gandhi. Today, we embark on a significant exploration of the impact of ChatGPT on accounting. A warm welcome to our esteemed guest, Chairman CA Charanjot Singh Nanda, in absence of Vice Chairman CA Dayanivas Sharma, and our distinguished speaker, CA Akhil Chaturvedi. Without delay, let's hear from Chairman of Digital Accounting and Assurance Board, DAB, Charanjot Singh Nanda. Over to you, sir.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The learned speaker of the day, C. Akhil Pachori. The moderator, C. A. Shubham Gandhi. The secretary of the board, C. A. Amit Gupta. Ayaz from the technical team, and all participants who have joined here to go home more enlightened. Ladies and gentlemen, we embark upon yet another very exciting session on ChatGPT. You are aware that the board, the Digital Accounting and Insurance Board, is totally committed to ensure that you have best of the programs, the best of speakers from across the country. You're aware that CA Akhil Pacholi is from Jaipur, a man who has been contributing for the cause of this profession and taking artificial intelligence and ChatGPT to levels which can be used by professionals in ensuring that their professional endeavors are taken the greatest strength. ChatGPT ultimately put us at a parlous where you start saying goodbye to routine jobs. Whatever you want can be given to you in the same format as you desire. And for that, we have a total discussion from Mr. Akhil Pacholi. Technology is something that has changed our life, but few of us are not able to appreciate the fact even now. You all are aware that there is a confusion element in implementation of technology. And I'm reminded of a couplet which says, तमाम के तमाम शहर बसाकर सुकून के लिए गांव ढूंढते हैं. तमाम के तमाम शहर बसाकर सुकून के लिए गांव ढूंढते हैं. कितने नादान हैं हम, हाथ में कुल्हाड़ी लेकर छांव ढूंढते हैं. We have to be spearheaded. We have to be on the right stance to create value and worth. And ChatGPT will have a very long, enduring effect on our profession. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will not speak much and stand between you and the learned speaker, Mr. Pacholi. I give the desk back to Mr. Gandhi for further proceedings. And in the meantime, I wish all the best to this webinar, which is happening on 75th Republic Day. My heartiest congratulations and compliments to all on this Republic Day. I thank you all. I'm sorry I'm traveling, but still I could make to speak to you. Thanks a lot. Over to Mr. Gandhi for further proceedings. Mr. Gandhi, the dice is all yours now. Thank you.
You are muted.
Please unmute yourself, Mr. Gandhi.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Your insights have set the stage for an enlightening discussion. The convergence of AI and accounting reshape processes, enhancing efficiency, and providing valuable insights in our profession. Now, we turn to our highly qualified speaker, CA Akhil Pachori, having professional qualification, chartered accountant, certified information system auditor, certified ethical hacker, forensic audit and fraud investigation, certified fraud examiner, certified concurrent auditor, and many more. He is presently partner at Gopal Sharma and Company, which is leading firm in risk advisory and IT audit. His expertise uniquely position him to guide us through the impact of ChatGPT on accounting. Sir, we eagerly await your insights on this transformation journey. Over to you.
Thank you, Chairman of the DAB, CA Charanjot Singh Nanda, sir. It's always a pleasure to hear, sir, because every time I come, there are two things. I learned something additional, and I have the pleasure of listening to his shairi every time I see him. And I thank Shubham Gandhi ji to introduce me. So, friends, we'll now move to the session. We'll be firstly taking the theoretical part, and then thereafter we'll move towards the practical part, which will consist mainly the 80% of the today's session. Yeah. See, this is something which I say that if you are not upgrading yourself, you are then downgrading. This is the line that I use for every chartered accountant. Just not in the technological front, but I also say the same for the people who are doing other things in their particular domain. Like let's say you are a forensic accountant. Now, as we all know, the FAIS forensic accounting standards have been issued by the ICA, and Nanda sir has played a pivotal role in making them and issuing them. So, if you are not using those forensic standards in your working, just because they are mandatory, you have to use. So, that's a different thing. But leaving about the mandatory part, even if you are not using that thing, then just think of it, sir, how the working and the quality of work will be affected, right? Plus, another thing that I say is other people are using the technologically equally. So even if you are at the same stage, other person is moving ahead, then also you are downgrading yourself. So that's important, and I repeat vehemently say that it's necessary to upgrade yourself. If you are not, then it's an indirect downgradation of your. See, the all the buzz behind the artificial intelligence was recently created by, as we all know, the user-friendly ChatGPT that was launched. It's 1 month and 1 year and 1 month since the ChatGPT 3.5 was launched to users. Now, sir, we all know that the launched was on 3.5, right? What about the 1, 2, and 3 parts? Where were they? I mean, no person launches their product directly 3.5 or 4 or whatever it is. So the ChatGPT 3.5 was something which was launched as a user friendly in a chatbot form. Part of AI was there in 1, 2, and 3 as well, but they were accessible only via API and to users and to the developers, so that they are able to what I say, they are able to generate other artificial intelligence related tools by this, right? So AI, what we say, the term was coined in 1956. It's more than 50 plus years. It was launched around 70 years. The term was coined. Also, there have been many tools that we have been using in our day to day life. There they are some are the smaller version of artificial intelligence, some are the larger versions, but we have been using it in our lives for quite a long time. The best example that I give for AI that we use in our day to day life is the Apple Siri, Google's voice helper or voice command. I think they call it that only. And another thing, Google's generative AI that has been used, right? And I mean, Apple Dot or Amazon Alexa. These all are the examples that we have been using, but they are shorter or larger or they have the capability in themselves. Some do a little less work, some are for another work, right? Yeah, the last year 2023 would be the, I would say, the revolutionary year for AI. Obviously, there have been many chatbots that have been launched. Let it be Bard, let it be Bing chatbot, let it be ChatGPT, let it be Hugging Face, let it be I mean, there are a number of names. How many do I take? Right. So, yeah, now we move on to the types of artificial intelligence. Right. Narrow AI is the shortest version of AI that is less capable, which I would say, where what they do is you just ask a question and get the answer. Right. Simply, I say, see, Apple's iPhone Siri. Right. I say, hey Siri, just let me know who called me last. How many missed calls are there during the last 2 hours? Let's say I'm taking a session here, I go to say which were the last three missed calls by me. So it will give you an answer, right? On the basis of the data that's kept on the phone, right? They are not generating anything. They're just providing you the information. I say, who is, let's say, currently the chief minister of Rajasthan? It will search over the web and give me an answer, right? It's not generating anything. Whereas now, when we move towards generative AI, that is machine learning also, what generative AI by the namesake says, let's just understand by the namesake itself. It generates something, right? Generative, we call something if it generates something. Now, the chat GPT, Bard, Bing, all these are the part of generative AI, right? Where we provide them an input. The basic example that I take is I want to draft a mail to, let's say, so and so authority of the GST regarding the condonation of delay or in filing the appeal. So it will provide me an output on the basis of simple line input that I give, which we popularly call them as prompts. Simple. So they are generating on the basis of input I give. Right. Now there is third AI, which is process AI, and which is mainly the workflow automation. What they do is they actually automate your workflow. Like example, if we take Zapier, Bardeen, what they do is I provide a trigger point and I provide a task. Right. Let's say I provide a trigger that whenever a row is added into an Excel sheet, send an email to so and so person and I'll provide them a draft. Like, okay, this is the draft, and you have to just fill the information from there. And from there, you will send the mail to so and so person. We'll do the workflow automation here. We'll see generative AI today. And we will also see how that can be used in our profession, our day to day working lives, and how we can improve our efficiency from these tools. Right? We'll now move ahead. Okay. This is which I asked whether anyone is in the D category that we are not using any AI. I don't think there is any person right now. I mean, rarest of the rare cases that you haven't been using. At least narrow AI, everyone has used. If not process and if not generative AI, narrow AI, to I hope everyone must have used it, right? So this is the simply definition, like designed for specific tasks. General AI is the human level intelligence, and super surpass human intelligence. Or what do I say is they do have they can do tasks which are bypassing the speed of humans, because we will take some time if we have to do that work individually. When we automate that task work time reduces drastically, right? Okay. So how is AI impacting our lives? See, as I told you previously also that narrow AI everyone has been using. That example is covered for smartphones, security and surveillance. See, that thing which is known as sensors. There are excellent cameras present in the market, which what they do is whenever a movement happens, they just capture that particular moment, they send it back to you or the cloud storage, whatever they do. Apart from that, wherever the movement happens, like let's say a person enters from the gate here and he moves from here, the camera will follow that person until the another camera takes its guard and follows that person to another point. So this is being used in surveillance and security. Social media, I hope this is something which everyone must have experienced. Whenever you search for, pardon, see, I have a sore throat and a cold and cough, so kindly bear with me. Social media platforms. Social media platforms. If you are just let's take an example. You are scrolling a particular reel. You stop for that reel for a moment, pause for that, and you watch it, or let's say you watch that reel completely. You move forward, you just skip that particular reel and move forward, move forward, move forward. Then you again stop for a particular reel. What the algorithm of social media platforms is doing is they are recording. It's a real time tracking that is happening, and they analyze the user behavior and they suggest the content accordingly. I think this is something which everyone must have experienced in their life, be it any form of social media, Insta, Facebook, Twitter, or X. Uh, Everywhere you must have noticed that, right? In the navigation, Google obviously they have implemented the AI version. You can now go to the street view. You can now add your what do I say, your places, and then you can upgrade itself if the star rating is good and the people are searching. See what happened. Let me give you an example of yesterday itself. As our firm is having five to six office places in Jaipur, but there are two locations that are listed on Google, right? So a girl who was supposed to go to our head office for articleship searched on Google for Gopal Sharma and Company and reached our office. And she was like, "Sir, I think I was supposed to go to C scheme." We told yes, the C scheme office location is there, so you better go there and go for articleship. So this is what is happening if your ratings are good, your SEO, basically what we call the term SEO is simply breakup of small things that simply upgrades your location. So I was like, okay, Gopal Sharma company, if someone is searching around this area, then our office is coming. So it's like that. E-commerce, 100%, we all know. You just go to a particular website, search for mobile phones. You go to another website of e-commerce. There you won't be able to search for mobile phones. The mobile phone tab would be on the, I mean, it would come on the front because they have used the cookies and the tokens in your browser and they have known that yeah, what this person is looking for. And then Google Ads also uses them wherever Google Ads are there, like Tax Guru or many other websites. They'll show you the e-commerce links for those websites only. This is Google. When you put the Google ads, You know what keywords you are keying in, and on the basis of that, it appears. So this is also some sort of intelligence, and add to artificial intelligence. Banking sector. So there is a concern that people say, sir, the bank audits have been reduced because of the because of the centralization of the data at the HO level, and the branches are having less data. And what they are able to do, that they have the complete data, they are analyzing it, they are using it for targeting the customers. Same is with the finance sectors. People are targeting people for their so and so finances. So they are using automobiles, vehicles. We all know smart home. If I say the electronic locks, thumb impression, biometric locks, these are all smart home. Alexa, Google Dot, everything. These all are examples of AI, and that's how it is impacting our lives. Right? Okay. Now, when I say the AI is going to impact the businesses, we are we chartered accountants also impacted by that? The answer I would say is yes. Reason being, we are people who audit a business, who consult businesses, who provide services to businesses. Now, sir, I ask this to all the people. The client that you might be having today, the client that you might be having today might be of the age group of 35, 40, 50, 60, or beyond, right? Majority of the people are of this group. So what they feel is that they are a bit resistant to using the technology, just simply because the reason they like to give their majority time to increasing their business, and not to this. But when the next generation of people in the 50 and 60s, when the next generation which will take over after a few years or has already started taking over the business, they would be the people who will have so much expertise in technology, simply because they are being taught technology and AI in the school and the colleges. So now the question is, when you are providing services to these people, make a note, they have already done a bit of research and used AI for their work. Now, if AI is being used by them, let's say the automation happened, right? Let's take an example of the, well, previously there was a assembly line and there was no automation. All the labors were impact. All the labors were working. Now that client bought an automated plant. You just simply put the raw materials here, and the output is generated at the other end. Now this didn't reduce, obviously it reduced the job of those laborers who were doing the hand job. They were providing only the manual working, those who didn't upgraded their skills, right? But the person who will be operating the machine, that person is earning more than what he used to earn previously when he was in the assembly line, right? So the question is whether you are, whether you think that you have to upgrade yourself, you have to increase your earnings, you have to take the practice to the next level, then obviously you will have to also move with the businesses. Just take an example of government, sir. Let's just take an example of government. Previously, the governments used to follow up on the technology. The businessmen were in the forefront in upgrading themselves, and the government used to follow it up. But since the last few years, we have seen that government is more ahead in terms of taking the use of technology, and the businesses are following actually, be it e-invoice, be it e-waybill, anything. So we will also have to upgrade ourselves, be it data analysis, data mining, using of the customer experience, personalization. When the innovation happens in the businesses, you have to also innovate yourselves, be it internal audit, be it stat audit is something which is governed by the statute, but internal audits, consultancy, digital transformation, these are something which you can also do, and it will also add the value to the client. And where there is a value addition, obviously we all know the client are not hesitant to pay. They we usually pay them, right? Pay the consultant. Okay, these or are something where the technology is impacting. IoT, Alexa, and Google Dot. These are our examples of IoT, where they are connected. I mean, all the devices are connected and they are sharing information, and they are like, when the data sharing is happening, then we can use it for our benefit also. Cloud computing, we all know how much I mean, many people have taken their offices 100% over cloud, right? So that technology, what is cloud computing itself? So computer over cloud. So we also call it as a SaaS, and IaaS is also sometime it's being called. Yeah, cybersecurity, sir. Cybersecurity, since your data is going online, obviously cybersecurity risk come in. You have to implement the tools and the security systems to protect your data. Impact on accounting profession. Now, simple thing, those who have been to Global or those who haven't been to Global. If you have seen the advertisement of Zoho, Odo, or any other, like I say Vic.ai, Blue Dot, Truewild, whatever. These are our three examples. They are actually automating the data entry. What I simply have to do is I just upload a particular invoice, scan it, and okay, one time the master of the vendor or that person would be created. But from the next time, that master is already there. I have to just simply upload the invoice, the accounting entry would be done. Come to the bank statement, I just simply have to upload the bank statement in the PDF or a Excel file. Accounting is done. Simple thing, sir. When this is happening in the data entry front, you also have to come to the places that you have to improve ourselves. Now, obviously, some people can do create such software as well. This can also happen, or what you can do is in Tally or any other software also, you can convert that particular data into from using the OCR technology. You can convert that data into an Excel file, and then you can import that Excel file into Tally or any other software which has the Excel import. I think every other software has the Excel import capability. That's something which is very basic. Data analytics. The data analytics is a particular domain that people have been practicing. They say, sir, I have data analytics. I do data analysis of clients and help them take the decision making. Obviously, data analysis is something which helps in decision making. Right now, if you are doing that, you can use the help of artificial intelligence to analyze data. There are many tools. I mean, the volume of data has increased multifold since the economy has moved to digital, like UPI, and everyone is having an account and everything. I mean, the digital economy has increased manifold. So obviously, the data volume has also increased. To analyze that, you can, I mean, voluminous data can be analyzed using tools, and these tools will help you in data analysis. And further, for your client, if you are doing it, obviously you are getting paid. Okay. As I told in the previous section also, that the risk of job disruption is something that will happen in every industry. Yeah, somewhat more in some industry, somewhat less in other industry. But the expert people and those who will be able to adapt themselves and upgrade themselves, they will be obviously will always remain in demand. There is nothing that the job is going to lose. Simply that you have to upgrade yourself and make yourself an expert in a particular field. Okay, this is something I say. The stipend of a article in a chartered accountancy firm, if a person comes, is 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000. Right, minimum. I am telling minimum. Right, I'm not talking in and going into the details, like some people are paying 8, 10, 20, 15, whatever. I'm just talking about bare minimum 4, 5, and 6. Right now, how many of you people are having the paid versions of, let's take an example of ChatGPT. How many of you are having paid version of Copilot Pro? How many of you are having paid version of 365? So these are something which I ask, simply understanding that if you want to spend 4,000 for a particular intern who will be not be available for 24/7, will go away after training of 2.5 or 3 years, and then move on to his or her job and next move ahead. But if I say this intern, which I am calling AI, and let's take an example of ChatGPT, it's $20, around 1,700 rupees. If you pay that intern, you train that intern, it will learn later on, it will be with you for eternity. Obviously, not for eternity, where until the time company is operational. But see, if you are providing particular input, training the AI, then it is going to be a fantastic intern. But if you don't provide better input, then the position of intern would be like this. You have to give specific and correct instructions to an intern, which I call prompts in ChatGPT. And for that prompts, you have, I mean, the OpenAI has issued the 6 metrics that if you want to use a particular model, like specifically if I say GPT-4, then you can use these 6 metrics to give a particular prompt to our model. Now, coming to the first thing, you have to include details in your query to get more relevant answers. Like, for example, let's take an example that write a paragraph or write an essay, write an article in which the first part should cover the introduction, the second would cover the pros and cons, and this fourth part would be conclusion. So I provided the details in what form I want an answer. Adopt a persona. Now the article is on forensic accounting right? So I'll say act as a forensic accounting expert, forensic expert, accounting forensic expert, right? So this is something which I have told. Now, use delimiters to clearly indicate distinct parts of the input. I'll say be specific, comma, use professional tone, comma, be the article should be of 1,000 words. So these three things I have provided. I have just put a comma. That is distinct parts of the input. That means you have to be professional. You have to be use provide 1,000 words in the article. So these are all things that I have put in, and then there'll be these are with delimiter. Delimiters here is the comma. Steps, specify the steps required to complete a task. So if you are doing this, I'll say search for the web for the case studies, analyze them, provide the crux of one of the case study, and include the names and the crux of the case study and what was the major role of the forensic accounting expert. So I have provided the steps how you do this. Now provide examples. Obviously, if I say example, for example, for example, if I provide a particular prompt, I can provide them an example also. Like this is the article which in which form I want. Specify the desired length of the output. Obviously, which I have already said, 1,000 words in the article. So this is the length that I have already said. So if you want a more better answer, then you can obviously use these 6 pointers to provide input, and then you will get a desired output, but much better than using a simple one-liner prompt, right? So now we move to the use cases, right? Now, so are you still replying with lines saying that, sir, thanks for the mail, PFA the attached document, or something like that? Then we have to think that we are, I mean, obviously we have to upgrade ourselves. That's something different. But let's uh, let's just use the replying, right? Hey, this is the mail that I received, right, on my birthday. So what I'll see, there are many things you can do. Firstly, I would suggest that you all go to labs.google.com, and what you can do there is you can upgrade or enable yourself for the access to labs. What will happen when you give the access to labs? Just let me give you an example. See, generate search powered by generative AI, right? So this, as you can see, I have already used enabled it for my use. So it's already coming as okay. You have used it. So I'll just try an example. See how to reach my first 5,000 followers on YouTube. Now this thing that appears over before the search results. This is something which is the generative AI tool of Google that is doing. Simply, what we would have done is, let's say, if you are not using this, what you would have done is, okay, buy YouTube subscribers India. Now this is Quora. You will just let's say you will open this, then you will go for this, you will again read all the things, then you will also go to another link because people don't get satisfied after looking at a one research result. So you will move to another research result, and then then you will move ahead and ahead. Now, when I am using it, let's say some say it can take around 6 to 18 months to get 10,000 subscriber on YouTube. According to vidIQ, it takes about 15.5 months of consistent uploading to reach 1,000 subscribers. So they are saying, some say you can reach 6 to 18, but they are saying that you will reach only 1,000 in 15.5 months, right? So there are some tips. Understand your audience. So what are so this is something which results that I wanted, and I got it. So if it's okay, if I mean uh, I want to ask a follow up and continue in this screen only. I'll do is okay. How to identify. Now it has taken you to the screen where you have asked the question, and now it is okay. Now see, Anish is a specific topic. Consider your interest, consider your skills and knowledge, consider the competition, what's trending algorithm, what other channels are doing, a video example as well. So how do I choose content for YouTube? So this is something which you can enable, and it's free of cost. Labs.google is free of cost. You can use it in your Google account at the rate gmail.com. If you are having a mail ID, you can use it. Right? So yeah, this is something which I told you. The reason for that is else. Uh, let's say I have to give a reply to a mail, and for that I just see. Let's take an example. This is LinkedIn that is sending me updates, right? So all the posts are there. Okay. Now when I just click on reply, you see at the bottom it's saying help me write, right? It's coming to me because I have joined labs.google.com and I have enabled the features, right? So what I'll do, reply to this mail after reading the contents. Now I just want it to be elaborate because this is a short reply. So yeah, I received a name. Thank you for sharing the LinkedIn article. I'll take a look at the contents and get back to you with my thoughts. See, this is something which is inbuilt in Google. You just what you have to do is like if I say detailed reply of 100 words. Let's see if it does it or not. Right. Okay. They have I mean they have elaborated and they have reached the 500 words limit as well. So you just have to click here and click insert. It will be inserted in the reply mail body. like this. You just have to click on send and it will be sent. If you also want to do something like shorten it, so it will be shortened, right? So this is something you can do. Obviously, you'll have to check it whether it's generating the correct or not, because there are chances if it doesn't produce the correct content, then it may cause a confusion. Another thing is, if I go to since I use Yahoo, so let's okay, this is something which they have sent me. So what I'll do is I reply now. Here, if you see, as soon as I type double forward slash, there's this box that comes into thing. So this is what is Compose AI, right? See, Compose AI. It's a extension in Google Chrome. You can use it, right? You can like see it. It's enabled for Yahoo.mail. If I disable it, it won't come or it won't appear with, right? Enable rephrase on mail.yahoo.com. Enable chat icon, right? So it actually provides you the monthly 1750 words, which I have still in use. Rephrases 25, then autocomplete 50, and then email replies, right? What I'll do is, see, this is better in terms of replying, because okay. Uh, See, I said reply to this email. It said, no, I am a agent. I cannot reply and send the messages. I can only generate. So what I did is uh, I just wrote generate reply to this email. Now, if you see, sir, I didn't read the complete mail. It's in front of you. Dear sender, thank you for reaching out to us. We appreciate your interest in so and so, and we are excited to assist you with inquiry. Could you please provide more details regarding your request? This will enable us to better understand your requirement and tailor this. We strive to provide excellence and we look forward so and so. So this is something which you can use because it's better. You can also use it for in Gmail. It appears like this, right? But in Yahoo, you have to use double forward slash, and then you can do like, let's say thanks. See, dear Sandra, thank you for highlighting the LinkedIn. It seems you found those articles interesting, and I value your efforts bringing me. I'll make sure go through the provided links and read your content. So it automatically generates a better reply. This is what I use. If you can use, obviously there are n number of tools in the market. You can use any one. Bard. This is also now. We'll just move ahead with the use cases. Okay, this we have seen whether the person has read your mail or not. Do you want to know this? This is the simple use case which we'll be doing. Uh, See, okay. Uh, Shubham ji, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Shubham ji, if you could give me your email ID.
CA Shubham Gandhi
Yes.
0060
Uh,
@gmail
at the
dot
rate.
com. gmail.com.
Okay. So, right. So this is okay. Now what I'll do is I'll just send it. Now when I come to the send box, here you can see that there are two texts, just like WhatsApp. It is telling whether it has been read by Shubham Gandhi or not. Now it's telling it hasn't been read by Mr. Shubham. So what I'll wait for is Shubham ji, if you could read the email that I have sent you. See, is now what is saying? Shubham Gandhi read your email less than a minute ago, right? And I have two texts in front of me. Now, there this thing can be used for insolvency professional. Many advocates are using it. Many people are using it. Just that they want that whether the same mail has been read by them or not. Because some people say, "Sir, I didn't read your mail. Kab aaya? When did you send that mail?" So on and so forth. So for that, this tool can be used, and how to use that tool? Actually, this is mail track. Yeah, mail track is a free Chrome extension, and you can use it by going to the web store. See, this is mail tracker you can use. Now one open. Okay, Mr. Shubham Gandhi has opened it once. So yeah, it has been opened. Well, see, I send a particular mail to Mr. Ravi Gupta ji. What he did is he has opened it twice, right? So this is something which I can also see. He not just once, but it has been opened twice. So apart from that, you can download the delivery certificate, but that option is available in the pro version. So for that, I'll also take you to the prices as well. See, $35 yearly. That is at around 3,000 per year. So if it's of use to you, and you are able to use it effectively, and it actually serves the need of yours, then you can you can obviously use that. What you will get is there will be no mail track signature, right? And the track clicks on the links would be there. That is, if I have, let's say, send a particular link to person that you can download from here, or you can view your mark sheet here, you can use this link to join the WhatsApp group, so and so. Then it will provide the history and support. Otherwise, you can also go for advanced. But yeah, so this is the tool that you can use for uh, tracking the mails if you want. If not, we can obviously leave that. Okay. One more thing that I wanted to tell that Bard, sir, this is something which each one of you should be using because it's free of cost. Firstly, Secondly, it has extensions, and look at the extensions. Google Flights, Google Hotels, Google Maps, Google Workspace, and YouTube, right? Google Workspace, what does it cover? Gmail, Drive, and Docs, Google Docs. Now, let's use the Bard with extension, right? Which is the last email received from. Now it is actually accessing my Gmail and will provide the details of the emails that I have sent, right? See, this is the emails that have been last sent by me. 23, 24, obviously in 2023, majority were there. Okay. Uh, list the emails having attachment only. So I want only those emails to be listed which are having an attachment, right? So yeah, well, I think I'll have to be more specific. See, now I have been specific in my prompt. So all the emails containing attachment and with my name on that. So all that have been sent. And when I just click on this link, na, just see, it directly takes me to that particular email. See, directly to that email, and I don't have to worry about that. Like, let's say, book one, directly to that mail, right? Now, if I go to um, YouTube also, that also can be done. What is the last uh, uploaded video by. So if you have your own channel, then what can happen is I'm just providing you as use case, right? What was the last? Provide me the analytics of the last uploaded video on my channel. With this email ID, whatever YouTube channel is being linked, that analytics will be in front of you, right? So this is, I think, if you want to analyze or chat with your email and the Google Workspace data, basically, you can use this. It's really good. In the later, what I think is that we will be, instead of searching on Google, what Google Mail or going to particular doc or particular drive. See, let's take an example of drive as well. What is the last edited document by me on Google, or not just that, I'll say open the last document the last document created by me. Since it cannot open it, it's a chat model only. So it will provide me a list only. See, this is the document that was created or saved on my drive. That's why it is showing this. If you want to see more, obviously more documents are there available, right? So you can use this. Yeah. Now we have to summarize, let's say, a particular document, a particular YouTube video, or a particular article, right, or a particular data. But it takes a lot of time. Okay, now uh, just be honest. If I go to YouTube and I say ICICA, see, uh, live. Okay, it's better if I go there only. Okay, audit consideration related to the service organization. Right. This is the video that I want to analyze. Right. So I simply just copy this link of it. I go to summarize.tech and I just key in the link of the YouTube video and just I just hit enter. Now, see, uh, if you it has summarized the whole 1 hour. If you want detailed in every 5 minutes what is happening, it can also provide. If you want, you can either watch the whole video of 2 hours 6 minutes. Otherwise, what you want is you just want to go to a particular point where you are interested in the whole discussion. Right. Now, how to face show cause notices. This is also na. Yeah. See, it is saying the speaker discusses the roles and responsibilities of a service auditor and user audit. The service auditor or provides assurance on the internal controls of a specific organization, but not on its sub-service organization. SA 4402 states that user auditor can audit so and so so. Right. So I'm simply interested in this part only. Right. So I just click on this. It will directly start from 55 minutes. See, the video is starting directly from 55th minute, and now I'm getting the insights on so and so. Obviously, you can scroll a bit ahead or a bit back, both. Right now, let's close this here. Either you can do this, or if you just want the whole crux and you have to give, let's say, particular thing, what I'll do is I'll just copy it. Give me the crux of the session with key pointers, key take aways from the session. See, in the free version, you might have the input limit, but since I'm using the paid version, uh, this much input I was able to key in. The whole transcribe of the whole video was able. I was able to do this, right. The audit concentration, the role of auditor in evaluating outsourced services, importance of type 2 service auditor reports. Now, after that, GST so-called notices started handling input tax credit. Recent court judgments were discussed. Which judgment were discussed? Now, if in the yeah, so I just know what all case studies were discussed, plus what are the important case laws and what are the crux of the whole case law. Okay, see, now I have the crux of the case laws as well and which case laws were discussed. See, the specific details of the judgment were not provided in the summary, right? So, as I said, this was only the summary, but they were able to provide quite quite much details, but not in details as it's a summary. So it is saying that I was not able to get enough information from the summary, right? So for that you can use. Now just think, I would have, even if you watch it on 2x or 3x or whatever it is, even then also it would have at least taken 1.5 hours or so, and then you would have reached to a conclusion. Okay, this is the key takeaway. If you want to go to a particular point, that can be done. Otherwise, if it's a less than 30-minute video, like let's say just take this video, right? It's less than a 30-minute video. uh, Now when I click on the summary button, this is the 85 app. For those who think what am I using, this is the 85 app. 80, not the app, it's a extension. See, I have the whole summary with me with timestamps. Contestants play a game of cup and ball, leading to tension and mistrust between groups, right? Vote out place. So I want to go to the particular point. I reached there now. See, they have voted out the people, and this is happening now. 1-to-1 mobile marble game with the missing marble, comeback, and rock paper scissors fall for now. Now I want to expand that. It will provide me the expanded sum. So this is something you can use if you want to go to a particular point and you want to ask that okay, what happened and what all the summary is, right? Now Where were we? We summarize the YouTube video, right? Now, the article. See, what you can do is either you can use this for uploading, like let's say, highlight the judgments related to ITC. So these are 100 judgments under GST in 2023. I mean, I think Jan to March. Yeah, January for 1 year. It's judgments. So I just wanted to know which all judgments are there related to ITC. List down the judgments which deal with with the issue of input credit section 16(4). See, now 16(4) says that you have to file the return within this then only you can take the input. Nagarjuna Agrochemical Private Limited versus State of UP. What it did is it upheld the constitutional validity of time limit imposed. Right. It also upheld the constitutional validity. So there are, I think, So now what I'll do is I'll just go here, Nagarjuna Agro. I'll find. Let's just verify also now. Upheld the validity of Section 16(4). The court upheld the constitutional validity. See, now the case was this, right? So this is why when you are dealing with case laws, you have to be specific. See, there, this is related to this only, right? This case law because it's a complete slide. But since this is coming before, it is understanding that this is the part of this judgment. So that's why when you are mentioning the case laws and something like that, you have to be cautious. Obviously, this was for a particular PDF. If you have any other PDF, also you can upload that and then you can use for another purposes, right? Now, we summarize the whole article, we summarize the video. Now, if I say, okay, let's just open this article. Yeah, this is the article related to 43BH, right? Now, what I'll do is I'll open it with Microsoft Edge. Now, okay, this is something which is limiting the permission. So I'll open something different. Okay, this is the red flag that have been. I mean, obviously, it's available on the ICAI website when you log into SSP, and it's been issued by FIU Financial Intelligence Unit, and we have to take care of all the red flags while we are dealing with client, right? So I just have to let's just chat with this document. Okay, now you all know that Copilot is free. Obviously, plugins are there. Like let's just use this plugin. You see, search plugin is obviously there. If you want, I mean, I don't see any useful plugin here. All other might be in the free version, but yeah, on the paid version, sorry. So we'll just move with the. So this is the Copilot, right? You can even upload a particular image, and then you can ask, right? Okay, I don't have a particular image. So, but yeah, you can upload an image. I don't get an image. Let's just use this particular image only right now. Either you can use this, or when you open the file in the Microsoft Edge, there is an option Ask Copilot, right? Generate document, generate, let's say, the key insights from this PDF. See, here are the some key insights from this PDF. Risk factor indicators. This document indicate guidance to relevant persons, that is, registered entities, on various scenarios for generation of alert and transaction related to money laundering. Relevant legal provisions, principles for implementing of RFIs, risk factor indicators, and the list of AI. RFI, 53 RFIs are there. So obviously, you have to use this. How can I report a suspicious transaction? Now it has understood that it's related to PMLA. Now it will search the web. If that information is not available here, then it will go to the web, search, and then provide you the output. Reporting a suspicious transaction is an important step to prevent money laundering. If you are a customer of ICA, if you are a banking company, FIU, you have to report rules thereunder. So if you can just click on this link, it will take you there. See, Department of Revenue, the direct site has been reached by us, and I think that's something which is, if it's giving the official website, that's really good. Another, you can go for another question related to this. What is FIU? So this is something which you can chat with your document. This is just a short document. If I go ahead and ask, let's say this is DT Saransh, that is, I mean, this is issued by ICI. It provides direct tax summary of various laws and regulations. You can just say, ask Copilot. Provision related to LTCG on shares. See, it has direct facility of adding a screenshot directly in the particular web in this PDF. So let's just yeah, take a screenshot. Our tax at 10%, right? So it is taking help of internet right now. If you don't want it to take the help of the internet, you can upload the files here. Now it will read the document, and if I say go to web, then only it will go to search over web. Equity shares, equity oriented funds and unit of a business. Trust condition for concessional rate is this. Exemption is 1 lakh. Exceeding 1 lakh is taxable at 10%. So yeah, no deduction in respect of 6A can be claimed in respect of STCG. So these provisions are important for your capital gains, right? So it has provided you the with the particular details that you wanted or the summary that you wanted from the whole act. Or now let's say if I want to, let's upload a whole complete GST act and rules, and then I'll ask the questions based on act and rules uploaded. Then what? So we'll now move to that thing. Uh, yeah, creating the GPT of your own. Now, what I say chat GPT of your own is, this is chat GPT, right? This is being trained on so and so billion or millions of parameters over a period of time. It has its own memory, it has its own data, it has its own training. Now, as I said in the starting of the session, that if you train your article, they go after completing their articleship of 2 years. But this This article assistant or trainee will be with you with for forever. Now, when I go for creating my own GPT, firstly, I'll have to go to this. It's obviously in the paid version. Now, when I come to create, I just say create a GPT with knowledge of GST Act rules and notifications. See, it is even giving the name GST Guru. If you want to name the GPT GST Guru, is it okay? Or if you want to change the name from GST Guru, so I'll say GST Expert is a better name. See on the right, you can see the preview. All things will happen in real time. As soon as I do this, GST Expert will appear and this description is obviously there. Now, Daily, that is something the in-house image generation tool for OpenAI. They have created a complete image of the or profile pic of the GPT as well, right? Or now they are asking, do you want to do any changes? I just say okay. Now, explain. Now, since the knowledge is lim- uh, limited. So what I go there is if I want to upload a particular file. So I'll upload a particular file. Um, See, these all are the notifications. And apart from this, I'll also I've uploaded the bare GST Act and the rule. Right. Now the files are uploaded. Give section rule reference when asked for anything related to GST. Actually, I am refining the GPT because it's raw version of it. And what I'll do is I'll just publish it to everyone. And okay, see, this is the criteria where you want your GPT to be listed on the GPT Explore. When I go to Explore GPT now, like let's say just I say GST. So GST expert is coming. GST reply expert is also coming. right? So this is also created by me. Now, if I move ahead, uh, GST advisor, GST RCM compliance checker, Singapore GST advisor, GST helper, Modi ji ka GST, GST Guru India. So they people have been trying for creating the GST. Now, when I come to income tax, GPT expert in so and so, income tax expert, income tax navigator, Canadian income tax buddy, income tax GPT. So people have been trying this, right? So you can also create yours and then go live for that. Like data analytics is also one of the GPT, but it's by the company officially. It's been created by them. We'll go for that also. If I go to productivity, if I go to education, then I mean obviously it can go anywhere you like to go to, right? So this is what we have seen. Now, what we'll do is we'll just go to GST expert. Yeah. Now I'll say explain me the section 42 rule 42 and 43 of GST. Now the knowledge of this GPT is limited to Act rule and the 2023 notification that I have provided. So it will search its own knowledge, limited knowledge that it has, and then provide me the output on the basis of data it has. And the data that is, as I told you, notification, act, and rules. It's still searching. So by the time it is searching, we'll just go to the data analytics part and see what it can do. Right now, let's see. This is the two files, right? So one is containing the department budget, and the other is having the employee data, their department, respective department, and so forth. Now I just say do a lookup on the data and provide me the output. Now it is providing the overview of the files, budget per employee, employee ID, name, department, and the salary. Right now, it is asking me how would you like me to proceed with data. Now I'll just ask a question. Provide me budget analysis of each department. The total number of employees, total salary to all the 43 employees, budget per employee. So we have the total budget of 43. Now the remaining budget is this. So we are under budget. I mean, we haven't exceeded the budget in the finance, HR, marketing, and operations. But we have exceeded the budget in the IT department and the sales department. So we'll have to reconsider whether we are allocating more budget to operations and marketing people, or we are and less to sales and IT, or what I say is we are actually providing more budget. See, 120 and 130 is the budget for marketing and operations, right? But for IT, only 90,000 is the budget. So we'll have to think whether we are giving more budget to them, or is it that we are paying more to the sales people and IT people. So it's obviously something we'll have to take care upon. If you want to still analyze more, then you can say what should we do to make the department budget friendly or over budget departments. Access if there are opportunity for streamlining opportunity without impacting. Evaluate the possibility of reducing staff for under budget. Determine if there are opportunity for these departments to take on additional responsibility. Conduct a market to ensure salaries are competitive but not excessive, right? So this is something which the reasons and the improvements that you can do. So this was just a small example, right? So now again, if I create a new chat and upload another data, let's take an example of okay, now what I'll do is I'll take an I have uploaded 3 years PNL of 21, 22, and 23, right? Provide me a forecast for next 3 years with 10% increase in revenue and all the other factors accordingly, maintaining the 15% GP criteria. Right. So the structure of proven and loss for 3 years appears to include a mix of header, informational, and actual data. So it is now cleaning the whole data. When we do visualization and we do analysis, the first step comes is the cleaning of the data, because it's raw data. You have to refine it, and then you have to use it for further processing, data analysis, and forecast. So this is something you have to do with each sort of raw data, right? So this has been done. Okay, no. It is analyzing through various methods of cleaning the data. See, sometimes it generates an error for when you switch, and I'm actually using it alternatively. So what I'll do is I'll just simply use another data which actually can be done fast. No, yeah, this is the sales data, right? One more thing we'll do, that is OCR, and then we'll try to uh, discuss all the things that are important, and then we'll close this session, right? Now, sales data. So, analyze the sales data sheet and provide me 10 visualization on the above data for a sales meeting to be conducted by us. Right now, it has provided me with the data visualization that can be done. Sales revenue over time, top 10 selling products, sales by category, sales by region, customer segmentation, profit analysis, sales representation versus discounts, order size, sales forecasting. Now, the data set contains 4,900 entries and 10 columns. Right now, it will provide me the visualization. See, it is starting visualization of sales revenue over time. See, sales revenue over time, right? This is the order ID and this is the cumulative sales. So it is showing with, I mean, obviously the order which has more sales value, it has increased the graph and it obviously will be in the increasing portion. Top 10 selling products. Top 10 selling products, there will be a bar chart. So they have provided a bar chart and global Troy executive leather low back tight tilter. So this is the top selling product in terms of volume, right? So this is in terms of value. Now sales by category. Appliances, bookcases, tables, telephone and communications. So it is depending on the number of categories. So this is different product categories, right? So sales by region or territory. See, the highest selling region is Ontario. So this can provide you an output that on which thing you have to focus on or which product which region you can focus on, right? Because everything has its own criteria to analyze and every chart has its own significance, right? So this is the sales data analysis that we did. Moving ahead, I'll now provide you the a few more tools that you can use, like text blaze. See, this is the text blaze, again a Chrome extension which you can use. See, what it does is I'll show it to you first, and then I'll move ahead. See, since I am into the IS audits and IT audits, so what I'll do is I just have to send to a client a particular checklist of IT audit. See, within seconds, within microseconds, it generated the whole output, and I also give them a 7 days time. So today is 26th. I think it's a 5 day time. So today is 26th. Obviously, 31st January is the last date. By that time, you have to provide me so that I can do it timely, right? I have provided them the complete list. network diagram, system inventory, software inventory, each and everything which I need. It's actually the checklist that I have created, basic checklist. So whenever I send it, I just change the client name, like let's say Mr. Shubham. This finds you well IT security of for your company client's company name, let's say ICAI. So by this, I just have to enter the recipient name and then just send. Right now, how did I do that? It actually it will happen everywhere you are on Chrome, not just on over Gmail. Like let's say MSMEHY1. See, it has provided me the MSME half yearly reminder to that I'll have to send to my clients, because whenever March approaches, I have to send it so that they can provide me the data for MSME one filing. And we all know what all data is being used. So I have created this. Now, how do we create a snippet, right? Let's just move on. This is the uh, okay. I'll just copy it and delete it just for the sake. Yeah. So I just click on here. I say 3B reminder, right? And I just want the particular name here, valued client. I hope for the month you will have to use. Now I just add a line. Please provide the data within now 5 days. 5 days to the mail. So instead of 5 days, what I can do is date and time. I just want 5 days, right? Shift a fixed amount. So it will automatically shift the date by 5 days ahead. Right. Now I just try it out. Right. Now I'll try it over mail. See, 31st of January 2024. Today is 26th. I need the data by 31st. Right. So what I'll do is I'll just mail the data on mail the clients on first for let's say GSTR1. So I just want the data to come to me by 8th or 9th. So whenever I am mailing, uh, I can also use this like uh, instead of shifting, I start of next month. So for whatever the mail type is, you can use that, and accordingly you can use the date for shifting. This is something which is available in the free version as well. If you want to go pro, this is the rate, $3 per month. What it gives you, it can give you 1,000 snippet, 25,000 characters, and plus all the you can put in images in the snippets as well. So or plus more and more increase, double the snippet sharing and everything. I mean, this is if you want, if it's of use, you can obviously use that, right? And So I think this is also a free tool that you can use, right? Another another thing when I come to the mobile phones, I hope everyone is having a few applications in their mobile phone. If not, they should immediately start using it, because these are something which everyone can use it, and they are not chargeable as well. Like, if you want to note it down, these are Perplexity. First is Perplexity. The second one is ChatGPT, obviously by OpenAI. Third one is the Bing app by Microsoft. Fourth one is the Microsoft Copilot. Earlier it was available for Android, now it's available for both. Obviously, Bard is something which will run on the Chrome or Safari itself. So, but Bard I prefer, you should use it on Chrome, and you are using all the workspace apps. Plus, it works better and utilizes the workspace, and as we discussed, the extensions usage as well. So it works better if you are using it on desktop. Apart from that, if you are using Microsoft 365, it's actually amazing how people are using it. In Microsoft 365, there is an analysis tab that's being present. It's really amazing. If I don't have it at home, in office we use it. So if you think that it's worth, then, and you are using office extensively, you can use it. People who generally use Excel now, it's more beneficial to those people, because in Excel what they do is they actually filter, they generate pivot, they generate charts, they generate each and everything. For them it's a really time saving tool. If you want, you can use it. Apart from that, if you are using 365, there is a copilot built in the 365 words. If you go to Microsoft 365 document or Microsoft Word 365, there you will get a generate copilot option in there itself. So you don't have to copy paste from ChatGPT or any other AI chatbot, and then paste it over there if you are generating something. Uh, and apart from this, the pricing, if we come, it's around 6,200 per year for 5 users or 5 or 6 users. So you can use it if you like. 5 people, 6,200 for a year. You can obviously try it out. Uh, it's good. Plus, people don't use see meetings. People see everyone does meeting on Google or something like that. Like, so let me take you to how you summarize the meeting, right? See, this is the uh, meeting that I had with one of my client for data purging, because it was I mean, it was a detailed meeting of one and more than an hour. So I had to discuss a lot of things. So as you can see, a lot of pointers are there. So I just have to go to a particular. I had a confusion regarding, let's say, uh, capturing IP addresses for accounting purposes, right? As soon as I click, I'll have to, I actually go directly to that particular uh, point, and I can recall, okay, this happened in the meeting. This will happen only for those meetings where you enable, like in Google Meet. If I enable it, then only it is possible that I get it. Like obviously, it will require a signing. So it provides the whole summary. TLDV is the tool. Those for those who don't know the full form, I would say it's too long. Didn't view. I mean, it's a too long video, and you didn't view it. You just want the summary and the crux. So wherever I want to go, I just went there and got what I wanted. Right. uh, Another is you can use the extension of Bardeen and automate the tasks. Like I'll show you what we have done is, like let's say when a Google row is added to a, this is the trigger point. As I told you, when a trigger happens, then a particular thing has to be done. So the trigger point is when a particular row is added, then we have to send a particular mail, right? When sending the particular mail, I told you that the email ID would be picked from that particular Excel sheet, right? This would be the subject. And to dear, now the name is captured in that sheet. So I want to personalize it. And even if I, like, let's say just I want to personalize it, G. And whatever the name would be coming, like let's say dear Shubham Gupta, Shubham Gandhi Ji. So it will take you there, right? And it will send you direct. I mean, the message would be sent, email would be sent directly, right? So this is the automation that you can do. This is completely in the free version. There are some automation which you can use in the free version.
मीटिंग
If
बंद हो गई क्या?
there are, hello,
मैं हट गया.
hello.
Sorry for the interruption. Actually, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the automation that you can do. Another automation that we have done is GST return task pendency, right? When a particular email is received, like let's say when an email is received with subject 3B from, let's say, my name, okay, add the Google rows. I mean, add it to a sheet where it will, what it will do is it will add from, date, and the body of the complete mail. So when whenever a mail comes in the task pending Google sheet that is hosted on our Google cloud workspace, a task is added and it appears that okay, this 3B is pending, right? And it came on so and so data. Now let's say this is not a 3B, this is something else, and the task is completed. And at the completion of the task, I also want to send a mail to that particular client, right? So what I do is new action, reply to the email, right? Body, the work is done. Kindly check. Right. So the email ID, right? I'll just add the email ID. Uh, so yeah. Now what it will do is actually this is something for very preliminary. I'll have to refine this obviously. Uh, so I'm deleting it. Yeah, but this is the automation that is working because as soon as I click on done and I just enable it, it actually checks is whether it's okay or running or not. Okay, this is saying this auto will run automatically. So this is okay. Now these are the tools that you can use. I hope uh, you people will take something from today's session and use use this for your day-to-day working. And with this, I would uh, give actually my throat is not cooperating. That's why I have to close this session early. Otherwise, we would have obviously taken it more further. But yeah, uh, with this, I close the presentation on my part. And I again thank DAB and DAB ICI, CS Nanda sir, the DAB team, Amit ji, Shubham ji, and also the moderator of the today's session, CS Shubham Gandhi ji, who has been kind enough to introduce me and has been and has been with us for the complete session, and also the audience for participating in today's session. Uh, and with this, I request Shubhamji to take the dice.
Yeah. Thank you, Akhil. The session was indeed amazing. So conclude the session, but indeed a wonderful session by our speaker, and I feel a lot of these kind of sessions will continue in future also. So thank you so much, everyone, and thanks to our participant. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.